Al, we got a big old long fight this episode.
With some intermissions.
Yeah, exactly. A few breaks in the action here and there.
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to this week's episode. Jared now watch Inuyasha's episode 116. I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc Al and Lady
Hello.
We are discussing Season 5, Episode 4, Episode 114, entitled Koga's Solitary Battle, which is true.
Yeah. For the most part. He's just doing his best.
He do be fighting by himself. We begin this episode with a recap of last week and all the stuff that happened last week, and then we go to Koga and his pals trying to get into the barrier.
The barrier.
And they are failing. They're having a bad time, but the boys are behind the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging out. Renkotsu and Genkotsu. And they're like, hey, what if we just blow up Koga's legs right now and get his jewel shards? And
let's do a sneak attack.
Let's do a sneak attack and be like, oh, hey, by the way, we're behind the barrier. Pew! Give them enough time to dodge it.
Like, why? Why would you mention that you're going to do a sneak attack, my guy? My dude, you're bad at this.
Real big failure on their part.
Real big. I mean, they could have won right there.
Mm-hmm. We cut back to Inuyasha and Kagome, who are still waiting on Moroku and Sango, and Inuyasha is very anxious, doing the leg bounce thing.
She's like, stop.
Kagome's like, please stop. And then we get our first of our weird comedy cut-ins as we see Moroku and Sango heading up the mountain.
Uh-huh.
And the whole gist of these scenes, which I think we can just knock all these out of the way, is that Moroku wants to touch the butt, but the lecherous thoughts make him feel bad because he's going up the mountain into the barrier. And but he's trying to fight against those the bad feelings and touch the butt. That's the whole thing. That's the whole gist of this.
The whole thing. And Sango keeps turning around like, hey, you good? Yeah, I tripped. Hey, you good? Yep, doing all right. Hey, you good? He just like, I just want to grab that ass.
And they keep just like zooming in on her butt as well.
Yeah, and it's a weird shot because like, bless her for this. But she has like a covering on her butt.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it were just like the bodysuit, sure. Like, why would you not look at the butt? But like she literally has like a thing covering her butt that you can't see her butt very well. So like you're not even getting a good view, my guy.
And he's still tempted.
He's still tempted. He's like, oh man, look at that
Must
booty.
touch the butt.
Want to touch the butt?
That's
and I mean, like,
that's the whole thing.
It's the whole thing. That's that. Just between all the fighting, we also get booty touch.
Yeah, that's the way they break up the fighting scenes. Is to be like, butt touching? Question
butt
mark?
Touching.
No, none.
He never succeeds at the butt touch.
No.
Nope. It's wild because he successfully touched her butt before they even went up.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Koga survives the explosion, and now he has to fight Genkotsu and Renkotsu, who have emerged from the barrier.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just gonna keep shooting at him, but then they go back into the barrier to shoot at him blindly.
Also, Renkotsu at one point like shoots fire directly at him, and it just does nothing to him some reason.
Mm-hmm.
How did that do nothing to you? He just literally point blank set you on fire. But,
He was fine.
He was fine. Totally good.
So yeah, he's getting Koga's getting shot a bunch by missiles and everything, and dodging them, trying to figure out a way to lure them out. So he figures out a way to just like, I'm just gonna get shot by a bunch of missiles and bury myself under the ground. They'll have to come out and be like, well, where is he? We gotta get the jewel shards. And that's exactly what happens. They come out and they're like, where is he? We gotta get the jewel shards. And then he pops up behind them and is like, now you can go in the barrier, you fools. I'm gonna get you.
Genkotsu's like, no, I got this.
But yeah, this is where I think he goes through the fire and then claws Renkotsu.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh,
he's
ow.
going for the neck.
He was going
Failed.
for my neck. Oh no, ow. And Genkotsu gets very mad. I
Grrr.
won't let you kill Renkotsu. And this is where he basically goes full chaos mode and like unleashes a bunch of missile pods and everything.
Yeah, he basically is just like, I'm gonna open every hatch on my like tank body
Mm-hmm.
and shoot literally everything I have at you.
Yep.
Yep,
It doesn't work
that
though.
doesn't work. So then he becomes a rocket man.
Rocket Man. So yeah, he just flings himself from the tank body and flings himself at Koga to try and take him out, but Koga is able to reverse it and drives him into the ground with the pile driver. But even
So
then,
that's the
that's not
wrestling
enough.
move.
That's not enough
Nope.
to take out Genkotsu. And he's like, I'm still alive. I'm going to blow myself up. Kaboom!
Kaboom!
Which, while he does this, he flings his jewel shard at Renkotsu to protect him from the blow, and so that he can get away with the jewel shard and escape.
Mm-hmm.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. The explosion
Another one
happens.
down.
The explosion happens, and Inuyasha and Kagome are like, or Inuyasha senses an explosion. He's like, we gotta go. We gotta go, 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 go.
He also says that he can like sense wolf blood, like
Yes.
wolf demon blood,
Um, we
which we don't
also
see any of.
we also see Jakotsu and Suikotsu swimming through grass,
Yep.
and they are on their way to find Sesshomaru and fight him. Seems like a
Yep.
bad idea, but
Very bad idea.
you do
The
you, I
whole while
guess.
being like, well, I hope that good dude that's in you doesn't come out at any point. That guy sucks, right? Wow. Gotta get away from this barrier so I don't become a good guy.
Sure, that's how it works.
I mean, that's
Uh,
what they say.
Inuyasha and Kagome run up and find the remnants of this battle, and Koga's boys are very sad. They're like, "Oh, Koga!" Ooh. And Inuyasha like sees him and like flings the debris off of him and is like, "Get up, dummy!" And Kagome's like, "Oh, Koga," and then he's like, "Up alive."
Hey.
Hey, how's it going? Oh, I'm sorry to have worried you, Kagome. I'll shoot.
And Yasha like gets real mad about it.
Mm-hmm. But then him and the boys just fall asleep afterwards, and he's just like, yeah, whatever. So Koga's fine, but he got beat up very badly in that explosion.
Yep.
But Genkotsu is gone, so a victory? Question mark.
I mean, we got a full sentence out of the man before he died, at least.
Yeah, he started to talk. It was wild.
He said something besides yes and her.
Urgh. But yeah, that wraps up this episode. Koga finishes off his fight
Yep. And wins.
and wins.
Technically, he won half the fight.
He's a little worse for wear though, so
Yeah. I mean, one of them's gone, so.
yes.
But he didn't get the jewel shard, so.
So yeah, that'll be it for this week's episode. Next time we will be discussing episode 115 entitled Lured by the Black Light. We will see more of Sesshomaru fighting Jakotsu and Suikotsu.
Kikyo shows up.
Kikyo's gonna fight Bankotsu or have a chit chat with Bankotsu or something with Bankotsu. We'll figure that out next week, and yeah, stuff will happen.
Great.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us this week. So from now, if you would like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimecheckup.com or sac.cool. It's where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Twitter and TikTok at Anime Checkup. You can follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalanimecheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, A Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA.
Mm-hmm.
So join us next week as more fights are happening.